In case you were drinking, our 2 minute wrap up that tells you everything you need to know about what happened in college football on Saturday. It took Mike Leach exactly one game to figure out how to dominate the vaunted SEC defenses as Mississippi State threw for over 600 yards against LSU. The Tigers proved they're nothing without an Ohio born quarterback. And also, LSU, can you please stop with the DBU charade? No one gives up 600 passing yards and can call themselves DBU. Turns out Alabama's still pretty good as they wreck shit against Missouri. Clemson had a bye week. It turns out this was an actual bye week where they didn't play, not just the typical ACC opponent of the week. Oklahoma paid Alex Grinch $1.8 million to take over the defense. That defense gave up 38 points in its first week against schools not named Oakland, and the Sooners did a favor to everyone by eliminating themselves early so they don't have to inevitably lose later in the first round of the playoffs. Florida looks bad early but ends up scoring 50 points in what feels like the first time since Steve Spurrier was roaming the sidelines. This feels like the end of an era. I miss watching Felipe Franks, Jeff Driscoll, and other garbage QBs grind out victories 9-3 to Florida. Auburn wins 29-13 against a Kentucky team that isn't actually good, but SEC fans will try to convince us about for the rest of the season. Breaking news, the Big 12 doesn't play any defense. Texas wins 63-56 against the Texas Tech team in a game where, despite the score, tackling actually was allowed. Texas A&M beat Vanderbilt 17-12 in a game where even the highlights are boring. So, is Florida State going to suck forever now? Is Miami back? Either way, the U beat the shit out of the Seminoles last night, 52-10. Central Florida beat a no-name opponent. What else is new? Cincinnati wins 24-10 over a ranked Army team. Army was ranked, really. Oklahoma State beats West Virginia 27-13, but both fan bases remain unemployed. Death, taxes, and Tennessee being overrated. The Volunteers survive with a late-game victory against South Carolina, and we'll have to wait to next week to move them out of the top 25 that they never deserved to be in. If you saw the score 37-10, you might think Georgia looked good in this game. Well, they had just 5 points halfway through the third quarter, had to bench their starting quarterback in week one, and just generally looked lifeless on offense. Imagine having to watch Justin Fields tear up college football every week as a Georgia fan knowing that your coaching staff picked Jake Fromm. That's everything you missed from Saturday, in case you were drinking.